And we're so excited to be here with you. As I said, we'll be taking just one more minute to get ourselves ready to kick off. As you come in, please rename yourself and include the organization that you are a part of. So if you are one of the companies in the cohort, or if you are one of our partners, we'd love to get a feel for who's in the room with all of us today. And in just about 1 or 2 minutes, we'll kick off with some words to welcome all of you to our program. So again, great to have you all here, and we'll kick off in just 1 more minute. All right, and as our cohort and others are joining us, just quickly, my name is Emma Mwita. I am one of the implementing partners that is helping to lead the InnoLab InsurTech Accelerator for all of you who are joining us and who haven't met me yet. I'm excited to be here with all of you. And as Joel will share, who's from our second BIMA Lab cohort, you'll probably get sick of this voice by the end of the program, but I'm really excited to be here with all of you and can't wait to kick off the next 11 weeks together. So today, I'm really excited to walk you through the welcome to the program and to spend time having our companies get to know one another. So for today on the agenda, there's just a few things that are bringing us all together. So first and foremost, we're going to welcome you to InnoLab and spend a little bit of time talking about the insurance ecosystem in Ghana and what you can expect in your time in this program. We're then going to hand over to a former cohort member from our last program who's going to walk through a variety of things, but in particular to talk about how to get the most out of this program. How can you continue and extend engagement when the program's over? And another few tips and tricks, as well as to share some successes from his time in the program with all of us. Then we'll hand it over and you'll have a chance to meet the partners who are supporting this program: FSD Africa, GIZ, BFA Global, Old Mutual, who will share a little bit around why they're so excited to be a part of this program and the ways that they'll be supporting and engaging in our time together. Then the real show begins with Meet the Companies. This is an opportunity for each company to introduce yourselves. As founders, to share who you are, what your company does, the problem that you're trying to solve, and what you hope to get out of this program. Finally, it'll come back to me with whatever time we have left, and we'll talk a little bit about the program overview and what you can expect during this program. So with that, again, I'm very excited to be here with all of you and to have an opportunity for all of us to learn together and to learn in particular about, to learn a little bit more about insurance in Ghana, to learn about one another and to start. With that, I'm going to hand it over to Michael, who will be kicking us off and welcoming all of you to the program. We're very excited to be here with the Deputy Commissioner, Michael, Kofi, Ando, it's so exciting to have you here with us today. We're truly grateful that you're taking the time to share with all of us. And we'd love for you first to welcome, but in particular to help us better understand the ecosystem and your role in InnoLab. So with that, I'll hand it over to you.
Thank you, Emma, and a very good afternoon to all of you, the FSD Africa officials, the representatives from GIZ, the 10 finalists who have been selected, our implementation partners, Telistic, and all of you, ladies and gentlemen. Today is an important day, and I'm delighted to be here, even though virtually, on behalf of the National Insurance Commission, to welcome all of you to the kickoff session of the InnoLab Accelerator project. First and foremost, I would like to congratulate the 10 finalists for making it to this competitive stage. And with this cohort of InsurTech firms, I have no doubt in my mind that you are the very best, having been selected from a significant number of applicants. It is our expectation that you would work hard to provide solutions that will be fit for purpose and address critical innovation gaps that confront the insurance sector. One of the lows of the insurance sector in Ghana is the low level of activism of innovators and insurtech firms. This project therefore seeks to address this by providing you with the opportunity to present solutions that are tailored towards the development of the insurance business in the country. One of the key challenges in Ghana's insurance space, as it may be in other parts of the globe, is keeping an appropriate balance between regulation and innovation. This situation arises mainly because of the lack of regulatory clarity on innovations on the one hand, and the level of fluidity with which innovators and insurtech firms play in the financial ecosystem. In the last 2 decades, the NIC has attempted to bridge this gap by introducing a few reforms, including the micro-insurance framework, the mobile insurance framework, and also licensing of the technical service providers in the insurance space. In spite of these, and with the introduction of these frameworks in supporting the group of the sector, there still remain more that needs to be done. The NIC has been working in the last few years towards the creation of a regulatory framework which is anchored on innovation and targeted at both the demand and supply side of the insurance value chain in order to stimulate the growth of the insurance sector. Thankfully, our new Insurance Act, Act 1061, has extensive provisions to allow innovators to play on the market. Directives that will give impetus to the requirements of the Act on Innovation are currently being finalized. The NIC would like to assure all of you of our commitment to support and give the 10 finalists access to our resources. The Innovation Lab unit would serve as the receptor of all your requests and inquiries, even beyond this program. This project would also afford all of you the opportunity to be mentored and coached by experts in order to assist you scale your operations and add value to your firms. You will also have the opportunity to network with your colleagues, build partnerships, and most importantly, showcase solutions that ultimately would be allow space and add value to the insurance market in Ghana. The NIC is working to release directives on regulatory sandboxes that would give space for insurtech firms to operate on the market. There are therefore huge opportunities in this sector for you. I would like to once again commend our partners, FSD Africa, for the good leadership, and GIZ, that has remained a reliable partner to the NIC for some time now. There's no doubt that Telistic, our implementation consultant for this project, has the expertise and capacity to make this project a success. To all participating InsurTech firms, we want to encourage you to give your best, be open and learn, and in the end, showcase very innovative solutions on the demo day for the market. It's not just the prize award that should occupy your minds, but space that will be afforded all of you as your solutions will be presented to the industry. To end, I would like to reiterate the NIC's unflinching support to this project and look forward with great expectations to the outcome of your participation in this lab. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much. We appreciate your remarks as well as the support that the National Insurance Commission of Ghana is providing for this program. And we're excited for this partnership. For those of you in the cohort, none of this would be possible without our engagement with NIC and their willingness to foster innovation in the insurance space. So we're so grateful to be here with them today. With that, I am very excited to hand over to someone who's going to talk about their experience in the program. So today, he looks very serious right now, but I promise he's not that serious. We're joined by Joel Macharia, who is the co-founder and CEO at MotorSure. There are many accolades I could share, but as someone who facilitated the program, my most glowing comment is that Joel was one of our most actively engaged members of the second BIMA Lab cohort. He took advantage of every opportunity that was provided through the program, whether it was engagement with his mentor, access to office hours, work with FSD, putting together a community of InsurTech founders to support one another. And he has, since the program, doubled the number of users for MotorSure, is the Prudential Award winner, and continues to be a huge champion of the work that we're doing to think about creating more access to insurance across the continent. So Joel will speak much better than I can, but I'm so excited to have you here today.
Thanks, Emma. Good afternoon, everyone. I don't think I can do a better introduction than what Emma just did, and that just speaks to the kind of people who are facilitating this program. So at MotorSure, we're basically trying to provide a personal accident insurance cover for mobility users, that is drivers, commuters, and riders. And of particular interest to us is trying to figure out a way of embedding the solution in points of sale, such as fuel stations. So that's what MotorSure is about, and we are super excited to have been part of the BIMA Lab 2. And I'll just highlight a few items, and one of them is speaking from a company that has gone through this particular program. One of the benefits that we got through the program was we're able to crystallize our idea. I think initially we had a different approach to how we're doing things, and through this particular program, we're able to focus mostly on the users and figure out a way of even improving our existing models, and we're able to even answer some of the challenges we're facing in running the business. The second thing I'll talk about is the mentorship and the office hours. We got to take real advantage of that, and we got very good mentors in the ecosystems that basically had way much more experience than we did, and they had helped guide us through some of the ideas that we had, some of the experiments we're willing to do, and they proved to be very resourceful and very helpful. And we were able to even reach out to industry leaders in the ecosystem and be able to tap into their knowledge, into their expertise, into their thoughts of some of the approaches we're taking to basically try and roll out this particular program. The other item is on partnerships. Within the cohort, we're able to get like-minded founders who had interesting ideas on how we can extend the solutions that we had. And what we ended up doing is, like for our particular company, we're able to partner with at least 2 of them, and their conversations already going on with the rest of them to see how we can all work together and try and increase the penetration of insurance within Kenya and outside of Kenya. The other part of partnerships was on some of them keynote speakers that came to the program, which are and I'll talk about that in a minute. We were able to partner with a reinsurance company and some insurance companies to help distribute some of the products and to also like help cover some of the risks that we were interested in working on. So partnership is very, very key, and I'll encourage everyone who's been part of this cohort to see how you can work together and see like if there are synergies somewhere that you guys can collaborate on. The other item I'll talk about is on content. I think I've been in a couple of accelerators through the world, I think. But for this particular one, for me, it's been the most impactful in terms of the content they created and how it was, like it was well curated, and there were aspects around building a startup that you don't get anywhere else, right? And in particular is the way they are focused on the insurance space and the fact that they brought in regulators to give in their inputs into what people are building. I found that to be the most useful thing, that any startup could ever look for. The other item is on the post-accelerator benefits. So you get to partner with so many cool people. You get friendships to be formed. Like I'm proud to say I'm Emma's friend, and the entire Telistic team. And we still have kept in touch in terms of the guys who were in the cohort, and we ended up creating a WhatsApp support group for founders within the insurtech space. And so far, I think we have over 40 different founders and people who work in different insurtechs within Kenya, some in Ghana as well, and some other countries to just come together and throw in all the things that you're going through, all the challenges you might be facing, and you might get 1 or 2 responses that could help, strengthen you on this particular journey. I'll talk a bit about the facilitators. I think I'm not sure how the program on this side has been set up, but then what you'll find is that everyone who gives a talk, and that's why for us, we're very keen on attending each and every session, and I'll encourage all of you to try and do that as well, because you'll come out with, you always come out with a new learning, right? Or a different perspective onto what you're trying to do, right? So I found it to be very competent, incredible resources, and of course they have the best intentions for you. So I believe that this is well curated, and at the end of this program, most of you will come give testimonies to how impactful this has been for your experience. So all I'm going to say is I do wish all of you guys the best, and I hope you will be able to leverage the program to its fullest extent. Don't be shy to reach out to Emma. She's super resourceful. There's Marianne, there is the boss, and so many other guys in the team that really are just use them, like reach out to them to say, if you have any challenge, if you need anything, added on to what you're working on. And I believe that, we are all successful if you all try and increase the penetration of insurance in Africa. And Emma, that's my time, and I thank you so much, and I wish you all of you guys the best, and see you on the other side. Ciao.
Thanks, Joel. And I think, one of the pieces that I find most important in what Joel shared is about the community that you all create when you come together. So today you'll have an opportunity to listen to who's in the room, who is similar to you, who has a solution that you might want to learn from, who seems like someone you just want to get to know better. and take full advantage of that. Being a founder is incredibly difficult and it can feel very lonely. So this is an opportunity to be part of a community of founders who are all working together. In addition, in our last program, we had 2 companies that merged. We have companies that are using each other's solutions in their own product. So there's a lot of opportunity for synergy and interaction between companies in this program, and we highly recommend that you take advantage of that. In addition, this is an entire ecosystem and community that is there to support you, from the speakers to the mentors to the facilitators. So if there's somebody who you want to learn more from, they're here to share their learning with you and help. In particular, for those who are supporting and helping, we are joined by an incredibly strong network of partners who will be supporting throughout this program in a variety of ways. As you listen today, the partners who are joining this call will be engaging throughout the program. They'll tell you a little bit about what they do, how they're engaging, and why they think this work is so important. As Elias has shared, he'll be sharing a little bit about his engagement from FSD Africa after we have a chance to meet the companies. So I'll actually be shifting to the team at GIZ first, or GIZ if you're in the US, GIZ if you're in Kenya. Yeah, see, I know, I'm funny. So with that, I'm really excited to be able to hand over to Owusu, who's going to speak to us about GIZ's engagement, why they're partnering, and I'll hand it over to you.
All right, thank you so much, Emma. Thank you. GIZ, it all works. So don't be too bothered about how it's mentioned. All right, thank you. Good afternoon to all on this call. Very, very important day. The program kickoff for the InnoLab InsurTech Accelerator Program. Special mention to the cohort here, the NIC team in Ghana, FSD Africa. They've selected 10 InsurTech startups who luckily have made it to this stage. I'll call the lucky 10. The team from Telistic, who have been wonderful so far in the implementation of this program, with the Kenya one and what we are doing now, and the one also in session in Nigeria. Yes, first of all, let me just take you through GIZ briefly, who we are. GIZ is a federal, GIZ actually translates as the German Development Corporation. It's a federal German public institution and has the Federal Ministry of Economic Cooperation and Development, as well as the Federal Ministry of Finance of Germany as its main shareholders in this area of international development cooperation. In Ghana, GIZ has been at the forefront of bilateral cooperation between the governments of Ghana and Germany for over 30 years. GIZ's offices in Ghana was opened in 1983 and has since been involved in several programs and projects to improve the lives of Ghanaians generally by reducing unemployment and underemployment. The financial systems development component of GIZ under its program for sustainable economic development seeks as its mandate to increase access to needs-based financial services to SMEs in Ghana. And this is all geared towards improving the lives of Ghanaians with the overarching goal of creating employment opportunities and reduce unemployment. With this deliverable in mind, we were ever motivated and happy to be part of the InnoLab InsurTech Accelerator Program, as it sits in well with our overarching objective of empowering startups and the use of digital technological tools to drive inclusive insurance to MSMEs and those at the base of the pyramid in general. Our role in all of this, we would create the opportunity and give the fora for selected companies to meet our advisors and our technical advisors, to be mentored, and also we've created facilitate entrepreneurship speaker sessions where partners can come in and share their unique experiences for the growth of the cohort. We'd also provide mentorship as well as create office hours for companies selected to interface with our experts. On top of that, we would also be providing monetary support in the form of an award to the top 3 selected winners of this program. We are more than motivated and ever committed to see the success of the entire InnoLab InsurTech program, and are confident that as it falls in within our project indicators of improving access to finance for SMEs and the general public in the whole, we are committed to ensure that this objective shall be met. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Owusu, and excited to hear the different ways that GIZ will be involved in this work. And in particular, you know, I think the broader goal of the work for BIMA Lab, InnoLab, is around how we increase access to insurance, the ability to create greater security, and ideally long-term financial stability across the continent. And so we're so excited to have GIZ involved, to have the perspective and the lens around SMEs. So we really appreciate all your support and guidance and can't wait to have you engaged.
You're welcome.
Wonderful. With that, I'm so excited that we'll be joined for this program by the team at BFA Global. For those of you who know, BFA Global also leads the Catalyst Fund and supports in the Catalyst Accelerator. Celine will do a much better job telling you all about that, but they're going to be providing unique support to each company in the cohort with their experience working with startups around the world, and we really can't wait to have them partnering with us. So, Celine, I'll hand it over to you so we can learn a little bit more about BFA Global and your involvement in InnoLab.
Great, thank you so much, Emma. Thank you, everybody. Lovely to meet you all, or soon to meet you. Most of the company. So BFA, what do? We really focus on financial inclusion. The Catalyst Fund is really focusing on acceleration on startup in emerging markets. So when it comes to the African continent, Latin America, and also India. So we have a variety of insurtech companies in the portfolio. I'll be coordinating the program on the BFA side. We extremely excited. What we'll be really focusing on is going to be, as Emma mentioned, it's going to be tailored to really your needs. So we're going to have some one-on-one mentoring, but also some workshop type, so that we can leverage the fact that you are a cohort and that you can learn from each other, and that we can create this community of insurtech specialists in Ghana. And we'll be focusing on growth. So, focusing on user and customer acquisition, as well as marketing, messaging. And then, you're going to see a lot of us in the upcoming weeks. And it's going to be myself, but also the rest of the BFA team. We're going to have a few people that you're going to get the chance to meet. So, on behalf of the BFA team, I'm very excited to join you on this journey for the upcoming weeks. And see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Celine. The team at BFA Global runs a really unique accelerator program, and so we're very excited to be partnering with them for this work. because they'll be bringing the lens. They develop bespoke programs for those who are accepted into their program and work to identify the specific needs of each company and then provide targeted support. They'll be doing that with each company in the cohort with a lens around your sales and marketing strategy. So how you're actually getting to your user. And we're really grateful to be working with them and to have an opportunity to be learning from them as well. With that, we also, and we will have more insurance companies that will be joining us, but we're so excited to have our first insurance partner, which is Old Mutual Ghana. We hope to be joined by Tavona Biza, who will be speaking a bit about the way he'll be engaging. He might be a bit late. I just want to check if there's another representative from Old Mutual on today, or if we are just waiting for him to join a bit later. It looks like he'll be joining us after we meet the companies, when Elias will be speaking as well. So just to share, one of the highlights from the engagement with insurance partners is their willingness to provide unique support to each company in the program through hosting office hours, providing advisors, or even offering mentors. The great thing is they really help to focus around partnerships and what are insurance companies looking for as we think about the types of solutions that you're building. So we're excited to have Old Mutual Ghana joining, and we'll have more insurance companies who will walk this journey with all of you. With that, what you've all been waiting for, particularly if you are a company on this call. So I'm going to talk while you all get prepared for who will be speaking. We're in alphabetical order to keep it simple. No preferences here. Just to do a quick refresher for those of you, what we're looking for from each company is an opportunity to learn about you. So first and foremost, as a founder, please let us know who you are. And if you have more than one founder, we'd love to hear from both of you. Then what we're looking for is two key pieces. First, what's the problem that you're trying to solve, and what's the solution that you've come up with? The second piece we're eager to better understand is what you hope to get out of your time at InnoLab. And we're really thinking about using this information to help us to connect you with the right people, to provide the right kind of support. So we really want to use this to learn from you. And now that you see all the partners on the call, this is an opportunity to let them know how they might be able to support you. So with that, what we'll do, I'm going to keep this slide up. If you have a slide, just let us know when you come on. We'll follow this order. Please take about 3 or 4 minutes max, but we're really excited to get a chance to meet all of you. And with that, I'm very excited to be hearing from Anks & Co. Limited.
So I see Christian Ankobil on the call. Maybe he just needs to unmute his line and speak.
Thanks, Tonya.
Or maybe as he gets himself ready, we can go on to the next one.
That's what I was thinking. I'd love to hear from the team at The New Insurance.
Hello everyone, and good afternoon. I'm happy to be here and to listen and learn and to share what I actually BNU has for this program. I'm Yutin Bezeng, the founder and CEO of BNU Insurance. It's a startup aggregator with its pilot phase in Cameroon. We are into this insurtech because of a couple of reasons that we found in the Cameroonian insurance industry and Africa at large. Because of the low penetration rate, which everybody is aware in Africa, in Cameroon, it's less than 2%. We notice there's poor distribution channels which have been set up by the insurance companies operating in that particular region. Equally, we also notice there is this lack of tailored product which would actually fit in with the needs of Cameroonians. Most of the times, insurance will actually design products based on what they think the society wants, not what the society actually wants. So we have seen that shortcoming equally. And equally, we notice there's little concern about agricultural insurance, which is actually affecting food safety and well-being of Cameroonians. Okay, equally, we notice the traditional insurance policies are very, very expensive. And for an ordinary citizen in Cameroon cannot afford those traditional insurance policies, talking about health and all the type of insurances. So we are thinking of microinsurance actually coming in to solve that issue. Equally, we notice insurance companies are concentrating mostly in city centers and leaving out those living in suburbs. And equally, they actually concentrate on those mandatory insurance policies which are being put on us based on regulations. So these are some of the reasons. And most importantly, we notice there is this lack of education about insurance and its importance to our life and society. So we are actually doing a lot, we hope to do a lot in order to help solve that problem. The solution with our measure solution we are trying to use to actually solve this problem is using group policies. We believe group policies will be actually the solution to actually get into each and everyone in Cameroon, getting at least insurance cover, thereby providing safety net to all the various societies and individuals operating in Cameroon. So with that group policy, we are targeting the masses and through social organizations in all the forms, talking about religious organizations, social organizations, educational institutions, and so on. And equally, we hope to do that using disruptive technologies, such as Internet of Things and so on, identity inclusions, to actually help distribute these products to everyone, and equally, and also help in the management of the claim process, which is one of the drawbacks in when we are talking about the insurance sector.
I think we lost him, or he's done.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry,
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Okay.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, So talking about, I don't know where I got lost, but I was talking about the solutions, which we intend to do that through group policies and group policies, educating the masses, which we are doing that a lot through social media platforms. We are just educating the masses on the use of insurance, the various insurance policies, the terminologies, and how to get insurances and manage them by yourself or get it through various channels. Actually, we think disruptive technology will be the best solutions in order to actually improve on the penetration rate, which actually is very low, below 2%. What we aim at gaining from this program is, first of all, gain mentorship, get advisories from those the insurance sector professionals and from companies. I think this mentorship is going to help us to roll out our MVP, our most valuable product, which we aim to launch very soon in collaboration. Luckily enough, we had that in mind, and getting from the previous speaker, Joe, a former participant of this program, talk about partnership. I think we had that vision already, and it's a good opportunity for us to exploit during this program. Equally, we aim at gaining access to funding. That is why we're actually here equally, which we cannot minimize the fact that in order to actually meet our goals, we need some financial finances to actually meet up with our goal. So equally, we believe with all this, the new is going to have create an opportunity for Cameroonians to actually be able to gain jobs through our operations, through by the selling of insurance products to the society and Africa at large. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Newton. And so excited to have you joining us, and in particular to be bringing your perspective from Cameroon. As many of you know, in our last Kenya program, we were joined by Alfred, who is a co-founder at Red Pear and is from Ghana. So we really love to bring in differing perspectives, and I'm sure there's so much we can learn from you. So excited to have you here with all of us, and to be able to get you that mentorship and guidance that you're looking for.
Thank you very much, Emma.
With that, I think, Christian, are you here to introduce from Anks & Co? All right, Christian, you just let us know when you're able to unmute and share out. I'd love to hear from the team at BestQuote.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Francisca from the BestQuote team. I'm the digital lead for BestQuote Ghana Limited. So BestQuote is a Ghanaian company. We are actually in Ghana. And among the issues that motivated us to come up with something for the insurance industry was actually the low insurance penetration in Ghana. So the build-up from that was to solve some ineffective distribution channels to reach the masses. We realized that the insurance buying process was complex, and then we sort of trying to simplify the process. We also realized that there was inadequate understanding of the insurance, and then there was a low level of trust in the industry. So as a team at BestQuote, we decided to come up with an online insurance web application where customers can actually compare and buy insurance from a list of insurance companies in Ghana. Thus, we are trying to solve the ineffective distribution in the insurance industry in Ghana by providing a platform that makes insurance accessible to everybody anywhere in the country. This is also supposed to, we realized that insurance was over-concentrated in some parts of the country. So the idea was to try and make insurance accessible to anybody, anywhere, at any time at all. Secondly, our offering was supposed to eliminate any complexity that is associated with buying insurance. So with our platform, what we actually did was to simplify the process, make people have information available to them so that when they are comparing, and then it's not just a price comparison platform. You're able to compare across prices, across benefits, and then across companies. So we've actually partnered with some insurance companies where we get information. So they help us with some of the information that is supposed to help us build their platform. So our offering actually tries to eliminate the complexity and the stress associated with buying insurance. And then to give access to other people. So on the platform, anybody with any other budget at all, with any budget you have at all, you can actually always go onto the platform to buy something that meets your specific needs. Now, we joined the InnoLab Accelerator Program because we actually thought it could benefit us in one way or the other. First and foremost was to gain some knowledge, some guidance, and an expertise from the experts to scale our platform. So the main idea is to get some scaling on the platform because we've been here for a while. We've been developing a web application for a while, but it's like we are still not known to anybody because we are not getting the needed resources to scale our efforts. So we hope to achieve that by joining the accelerator program. Secondly, we also want to access some strategic relationships and a network to also help us. So we have a very small team which is doing everything in its possible best to try and then help us with our marketing, with software development, with all of that. So we actually would appreciate a lot of strategic partnerships and relationships and networking that is going to help us scale up our efforts. And then the third and the lastly, would also have love to have some funding. I mean, everybody joining the team, joining the program has some funding motivation at the back of their mind. So we want to have some funding of some sort to help us in some strategic hires in logistics and then in software development. And then most importantly, to have support with our sales and marketing efforts, with our online marketing. So if there are people on the chat or on the call who are experts in online marketing, because of our lean budget, we can actually expend so much with marketing. So if there are people in the call who could really assist us to be able to get some advice or expertise on things like especially online marketing to scale our efforts, we really appreciate it. Thank you so much for having us on the program.
Francisca, it's wonderful to have you and your team at Best Quote joining. I think hearing what you shared, some of what we already have planned is going to be a great fit for your needs. And I'm sure the team at BFA Global is over the moon to be thinking about how to support you with sales and marketing. Christian, I see. Hi. I can already see you, Celine. You're beaming. Christian, it's wonderful to see you. And we're so excited to learn a little bit about Inks & Co.
First of all, I'm really sorry. I had a bit of some technical hitches, so sorry about that. And can you hear me?
Perfectly.
Good. So Inks & Co, basically, before I even start with Inks & Co, I'm Christian, as you mentioned, and I've worked in the insurance industry for about a decade. I moved from a mainstream insurance to a brokerage. And after a while, I mean, after dealing with clients for so long, I'd realized a certain gap in there in terms of customer satisfaction as well as education when it comes to the insurance industry. So I decided to leave the brokerage I was working with and start a company called Inks & Co. So Inks & Co basically seeks to solve two problems. The first problem is on the educational front. You realize there's a huge gap when it comes to information in the public. And this gap has caused a certain level of trust to be lost. People don't understand what insurance is, understand what insurance seeks to provide. So the idea is insurance companies are just there to take their money and just spend. So the idea is to educate people and let them understand that insurance is not all that they think it is, and there's so much more to it. In fact, insurance is there to help you financially. The second part of Inks & Co is in terms of innovation when it comes to the claim process. So one of the main reasons why the Ghanaian market does not have trust for insurance is because of the claim process. You realize that the claim processes people have to go through when they have issues are quite cumbersome and not streamlined. So the idea is to leverage on technology to be able to make these processes as streamlined as possible and make lives easy for everyone. So that's Inks & Co. That's our problem. That's our solution. And what I seek, what we seek to be able to gain from this accelerator program is, first of all, to be able to have access to the resources that are available. I mean, my previous cohort member just mentioned the idea of digital marketing. I mean, we are already into it, but it will be great to see what kind of options there are out there, to see what possible routes we can take as well. And also the idea is to be able to find the best teammates, the best mentors, and the best partners as well. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thanks, Christian. And again, really excited to have you here. As an educator, I'm thrilled that you're thinking about the learning side of insurance, and how do we actually support with building that knowledge and understanding. I think that's hugely important, and I'm sure we're going to learn a lot from your approach. With that, I'm really excited to welcome the team from Democrats, DMCC, to share a bit about yourselves, your problem, and how we can support you.
Definitely. Thanks a lot, Emma, for this opportunity. I'm gonna share my screen. Please let me know if you can see it. Hello, everyone. I'm Michele. I'm the CEO of Democrats. I started Democrats in 2015 here in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. And the first thing I did after quitting my full-time job at MetLife was to get on a plane to Ghana, because I was super interested and inspired by all the cool things that were done in microinsurance in Ghana. So yes, for that reason, I'm extremely excited to be here today. I'm going to tell you in a second what we have been doing in the past 7 years at Democrats and what we plan to achieve with these programs. Before I do that, I'm very happy to introduce my colleague Siani, who is joining Democrats as head of business development for Africa. I will let Siani introduce himself.
Hi, everyone. Thanks, Mugula, for that. Yeah, my name is Siani Malama. Currently in transition, actually just joining Democrats to head up business development for Africa. I'm currently based in Nairobi, Kenya, and yeah, really excited to be part of this program and looking forward to see great innovation and opportunities in Ghana. Thank you.
Cool. In just a couple of words, thank you, Siani. So like it's very interesting. The three startups that were presenting before are in the B2B space. We are so like we tackle the access to insurance issue from a B2C point of view. So in what we do, we help insurance company access new customer segment and increase their digital sales using our technology platform. So our clients are actually insurance companies. We work with approximately 16 of them, some of the largest insurance companies in the world, and that you see on the slides. Our base so far has mostly been actually around the Middle East, and then Southeast Asia and Latin America, and we see this really as actually an opportunity to expand across West Africa, East Africa, and South Africa. Our platform has now approximately 2.5 million policies. The channels that those policies are distributed are very interesting because, of course, like not only we digitize traditional insurance channels, like the insurer website, agents and brokers. However, as you know, microinsurance is very important to reach the customer, where the customer is. And so we do a lot of business with telcos, with microfinance institutions, digital wallets, with money transfer operators, and so on. Then a couple of words about us. So we are approximately 30 people. Our base is here in Dubai. We have a team across London, Tokyo, Accra, Istanbul, Nairobi, and counting. I think one of the main USPs from a team perspective in Democrats is this mix of expertise in between insurance and technology, which makes it easy for for actually insurance companies to integrate in the journey with us. And 3 words about our platform. I promise I wouldn't pitch it too much, so I mean I will be quick. But basically, the way that we lower the cost of selling and servicing insurance is using software as a service. So like it's one backend digital platform to administer insurance policies and different front ends for customers to pay for and claim. A lot of the functionalities of the platform, they actually come out of the box, which means from everything from sales, underwriting, to servicing, collecting the premium and claims and so on. It's all out of the box, which means for insurance company it's very fast to launch a new business on Democrats. It takes on average 2 to 4 weeks compared to with the months and years of traditional IT vendors. And we are available anywhere. So by being on the cloud, we only need to localize and to host in the country if needed, and to translate the customer facing. As I said, we are super excited to be here. I think this program, it will help us to expand Democrats into East, West, and Southern Africa. And thanks a lot for this opportunity again.
Wonderful. Thanks, Michele and Siani. For those of you who saw my facial expression, Siani participated and was a huge support in the InnoLab program in Kenya as a speaker, providing connections and other support. And so for those of you in this cohort, you are very lucky to have the opportunity to engage with someone who's got a wealth of knowledge. And it sounds like we're going to have just a lot of learnings from Cameroon, from the work that's being done in Dubai. So very excited to see who's joining us in this program. While I take a moment to get my slides up, we're going to be handing over to the team at FigTech Limited. So I'd love to have that team join and unmute so we can learn a little bit about you.
Hi, Emma.
Hi.
Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Festus William Amoya, and I'm the Chief Strategic Officer as well as a co-founder in FigTech Limited. It's a Ghanaian startup company that is focused on changing lives for people in the life insurance industry. And I have with me a co-founder, Neram Mesa. I don't know if he can do a quick introduction of himself, and then we'll tell you why we are here.
Hi, I hope you can hear me. I'm Nayuram, and I am the tech lead for FigTech.
Okay, thank you so much, Nayuram. So for us, millions who need life insurance and income protection don't have cover in Ghana. If you look at the statistics, about 0.5, the penetration rate when it comes to life insurance to GDP is about 0.5. And we believe there is a lot of opportunity for people to get life insurance so they can protect themselves and also protect their loved ones going into the future. And our mission is to help the life insurance industry to be more innovative, to deliver products that are attractive to everyone. We want to empower people to make informed decisions, feel confident about protection for themselves and loved ones in the event of a misfortune. How are we going to achieve this? We're looking at providing an app and a web app, which means that people with their devices are able to take a decision and be able to buy life insurance products. In a similar way, they are able to also compare different life insurance offerings and decide which one is worth buying. By so doing, what would we encourage the ecosystem to be able to be innovative? The life insurance companies can now reach more and more people other than the current way of reaching customers. We do know that the life insurance companies in Ghana rely heavily on individuals reaching people in their homes and offices. And why can't we come up with a new channel that will help them to reach this million of people who live such life-saving life insurance product? For us, taking part in InnoLab accelerator program is a good opportunity for us, because as we have worked on our product and services, we've come to a point where there are a couple of pay points that we believe this program is going to help us. We are hoping that the program will give us the tools to improve on our solutions that we are providing for our customers. We would like to connect with the industry players, including the regulator, to identify other gaps in the ecosystem and how FinTech will help solve it. We're also looking at how we can create partnership with other like-minded insurance companies that are taking part in the InnoLab Accelerator program, so that together we can help to change the conversation around insurance penetration in Ghana and across Africa. We're looking at how the program can equip us with a go-to-market strategy, because we are still trying to identify ways that we can reach more and more customers when we launch our product. And then ultimately, the last but the one, we're also looking at how the program can help us with the support of the regulator to get a license that will enable us to operate and to be able to link up with the other insurance entities. We're looking at raising funds to improve the technology, the product, and hire a permanent team. And so we do believe that by the time this program will have ended, we'll have connected with funds that will be interested in supporting our objective of reaching more and more people in Ghana with life insurance products. And that is what we stand for as FinTech. Thank you.
Festus, thank you so much, and so excited to meet you and have your tech teammate here as well. As you shared, part of our work as InnoLab is also to think about connections with partners, funding. We'll hear a little bit about the different ways that partners are supporting that and some of the opportunities from FSD and beyond, as well as working with the extensive network that the implementing partners have across Ghana. I'm so excited to support you with that. And I can see, Dorian, that you are ready to begin sharing. I don't know if you go by Ibisa or IBSA, but I'm going to let you do a much better introduction than I can do.
Thanks, Emma. Yeah, we go by Ibisa, and I'll quickly share my screen to show you a bit more. There we go. So my name is Doreen Asampana. I'm based out of the Netherlands, but my surname is Ghanaian. I'm married to someone from Ghana and have lived there for a while. And actually we're planning to move back. And with that, Ibisa is also starting its West Africa operations later this year. So this InnoLab accelerator came at a great time for us as Ibisa. I have about 6 years experience in the InsurTech space, also agricultural microinsurance, also in West Africa and other parts of the world. And I've been with Ibisa since September, as I think I was their third hire. So the problem we are trying to solve is that of extreme weather. As you all know, climate change causes a lot of destruction to farmers worldwide, and many farmers don't have any kind of risk transfer mechanism for those types of extreme weather. Think of wind, floods, droughts. And so what we do is we provide the technology to be able to monitor those types of extreme weather, and thereby to design and operates different kinds of insurance products for farmers and other stakeholders in the agricultural value chain. So what is currently available to farmers is traditional insurance, and that often is very expensive. It requires a lot of paperwork because you have to, for example, show that you actually had a loss, and also to even get the insurance, often you have to show that you actually own the land, which for many farmers is not possible. And because often someone has to go from the insurer's head office to your little piece of land, there are also long delays in payouts. So what Ibiza does is we provide satellite-enabled insurance so that anyone from anywhere can see if a particular farmer in a particular place, let's say in Ghana, has a payout that is eligible for a payout, and that can be made within days. So we just had our first payouts in the Philippines just in December. You'll probably remember that there was a typhoon there. We paid out 40,000 euros there, and that was able to reached the farmers within 10 days, which for traditional insurance is often more around six weeks to 3 months. So as I mentioned, we're currently in India and the Philippines. We have about 2 million euros in sum insured there. But what we're really trying to do is to start in West Africa, with Ghana being kind of our foothold in the West African markets. So what we are trying to get out of InnoLab is to first of all really understand which customer segment we want to focus on first in Ghana, because there are different players in the value chain that experience the pain of not being insured, or their farmers not being insured. So what we typically do is we have group policies, like one of the other cohort members mentioned. And so we can either insure cooperatives or self-help groups, any kind of groups of farmers directly, or we work with insurers in some cases, or with other stakeholders in the value chain. For example, input providers that are affected if farmers have a bad yield. They have less capital to buy inputs. So we sometimes work with those, with financial institutions that suffer the consequences of extreme weather because farmers are unable to pay back their loans. And so what we really want to get out of InnoLab is to understand the ecosystem in Ghana a bit more, to see what would be the best kind of launch, or the best customer segment to focus on for our launch into Ghana. And then also insurer partners. We're not an insurer ourselves, we're just a technical data provider. So we would love to get connections to insurers that are interested in offering this kind of parametric insurance. And lastly, to understand the legislation a bit better, particularly around agricultural insurance in Ghana. So that's all for Ibiza. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And so great to hear about your solutions and your impact. As shared before, I think what is great about InnoLab and this program is that it truly is about building a community around the insurance ecosystem, with access to insurers, with access to partners, with the right kind of guidance to help you understand how to navigate the space. So hopefully we will be able to support the great work you're already doing and your work here in Ghana. So thank you so much.
Thanks.
Excellent. And I am excited to be welcoming Insurity. I'm going to also not say that one correctly, but I'm going to let Richard, if he's on the call, say it correctly for me. But really excited to have your team here. And so we'll just give a moment for you to unmute.
Yeah, sure. I'm Richard from Insurity. It's just like trying to say insure it's right, like trying to
I
insure
like
it
it.
right. Yeah, all right. Okay, great. Let me just share, let me just turn on my video. So basically, that's what we're doing here. Everybody, insurance it's going to be the next big ish, right? Well, I mean big ish as in like we find ourselves in the space where like the fintech industry have grown, but then in as much as there's a fintech industry, the insurance industry is also like less than 2% in terms of catching up in terms of penetration. But then you could see a lot of people coming up with various ideas. We want to distribute insurance, we want to like solve the insurance problem, but then most of these people are looking for it to solve these insurance problem where tech do not really have majority of the tech skills to like scale their products. So you could see some of the presentations like they spend a lot of time building the technology than actually solving the problem, right? So what we do here at Insurity is to build an end-to-end platform that takes care of the whole insurance infrastructure. So whether you're a broker, whether you're in insurance, you are even an insurtech, focus on what you want to do and leave the technology to us, right? So whether you want to do a comparison website or whether you want to distribute your insurance to like the micro insurance space or to the people in the rural areas, right? Our technology infrastructure is able to help you scale much more faster so that you focus on what you are doing, what you are good at doing, whether like the marketing aspect of your product. So at Insurity, we provide an end-to-end insurance infrastructure for any player to build upon relevant insurance products. So let's say example, if you want to more or less connect to, let's say, enterprise or Glyco, right, with whatever insurance products you have, you can be able to also build custom solutions, much more relevant insurance solutions on top of what the insurance product provider have that you get connected to. This way, it releases the form of like huge regulations that you have to go through before you even get your product coming out, because working in insurance itself it's a lot of work. So you don't have to hustle yourself trying to fix a problem. We take care of the relevant background problem you need to use to scale or in terms of your insurtech space. So basically, that is what we do at Insurity. So that something that our platform can be used by the insurance providers themselves to enable people to do distribution, whether it's insurance agents, insurance brokers, whether it's micro insurance companies as well. And it encompasses all form of insurance products you can think about, from the general insurance to the non-life to the life insurance and health insurance as well. So what I expect from this program is to normally we see technology going ahead of regulations, right? And we still find ourselves in the space as to what is the clear regulatory path within the insurtech space, because traditional insurers may feel insurtech may take out their market, right? Traditional brokers may feel that insurtech may take out their market. So then how do we ensure that in as much as insurtechs are coming out, how do we ensure that we can achieve from this program in terms of on the regulatory perspective? Apart from regulatory perspective, in terms of identity, right? You go to, like, I wake up, I can create a bank account and it can easily be identified, right? And like, nobody stand up to say I'm creating an insurance account, right? And how are you going to identify somebody based on the kind of insurance product they have, right? So as part of this program is to ensure that since the regulator is on board, to ensure that there's a bit of clarity within the regulatory space as we are building the infrastructure for the insurance technology that various insurtech can innovate on it. This way, in the future, these same guys will have the freedom to be able to accelerate their products without facing any regulatory challenges. And of which, a similar is within the fintech space, where these fintech guys have massive volumes of transactions, then get blocked by regulation. So then that is some part of what I want to achieve within that. Also, to have direct interactions with various insurance companies through partnership, through mentorship as well. Currently, we find ourselves in 4 markets, which is in Ghana, Liberia, Sierra Leone, and also in Zambia. We are looking at expanding into multiple African countries as well, and looking at a way to leverage on the existing relationship and also through partnership from the various participants to also expand our market. And also, we are also hoping to collaborate with the various teams, understand the solutions that they are building, and also have a way we can also support the journey as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Richard. And I'm excited to hear the energy and enthusiasm that you bring to thinking about the tech side of this work, the intersection between InsurTech and FinTech, and really excited to begin, to begin all of you learning from one another. I think it's going to be really amazing to see the ways that you support, provide guidance, share different technical expertise that you can lend to have you here. And I like the ensure right, be easy for me to remember. With that, I am excited to introduce the team from LBH, who I know that you have some teammates who are currently out in the field, but really excited to have you joining and to tell us a bit more about your solution.
So, all right, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
So I'll start by introducing I'm one of the co-founders of LBH. I'm actually the team lead. So yeah, you said it right. We have a team member in the fields, and we constantly work with farmers. I prepared something to share with you all. Listening to the other teams here, I think most of you guys want to know what's going on the ground. So for myself or from our startup, it also took us by surprise, knowing about the low insurance penetration in Africa and in Ghana, and it's even lower when you compare insurance penetration with us in terms of product categories. So you look at life insurance, you look at car insurance, and you look at agri. Agri is very low, and on our market research, what we found out was farmers want to patronize insurance products, but they can't. There are no insurance products on the market, and I'll get into that in a minute. And on the other hand, we've been working with GAI, this Ghana Agricultural Insurance Group, and we've been working with GAI to insure the smallholder farmers. And on the other hand, the problem they're also facing is in Africa, the agricultural scene is mostly dominated by smallholder farmers, and it doesn't make economic sense to be insuring such small entities. So, cost of there have to be routine checks. So let's say you are producing maize. After planting, there has to be a check, and then in the course of the 3 months, it takes 3 months, 90 days from planting to harvesting. So in the course of the 3 months or the 90 days, there has to be an expert who has to go around each farm to at least inspect what's going on. And for them, they said they will still to. So that was the problem facing these two groups. Smallholder farmers wanted to be insured, and GAI couldn't insure them because their size of operation is very small. And what it translated to was even bigger. Because they are not being insured, banks find it very difficult to loan them money, or even other financial institutions find it very difficult to lend them money to expand their operations. So what we came up with was to use data, so something similar to what IBISA is doing, to leverage satellite technology to GIS. So first and foremost, we profile farmers, take their personal details, their information, including the Ghana card. I think those of us living in Ghana, we now know about what's going on with the SIM cards. You have to re-register your SIM cards with your Ghana card, and that's a preferred card And that's what we do. So we take the farmers, their Ghana card, we even take their GPS coordinates. So below farmers, we have data on farmers. We also have data on their farms. And now it's very easy for Gaia to insure the smallholder farmers because they no longer have to send agents to the field to insure the smallholder farmers. They can sit in the comfort of their offices and monitor what goes on with the data we provide. So mostly, I think I've stated the problem. Our solution is leveraging technology, leveraging technology to get smallholder farmers insured. And we are acting as a broker here, so we don't provide insurance ourselves. We just provide the data, be able to make insurance accessible to enable a company as an insurance provider like Gaia to be able to provide insurance to smallholder farmers. Yeah, and yeah, I think I skipped introducing myself. So I mentioned my name. I'm Otukwa Mneme, so I'm 21 years old. We are fairly new in this insurance game. I think the only advantage I have here is we've been on the grounds for a while now. We've been working with farmers for over a year now, and I actually got into agritech. I got into the agritech space a year ago when my dad, before COVID, when my dad decided to experiment with poultry farming. Yeah, because he jokingly said he wants to retire and then he finally wants to become a farmer. So during this time, he brought in a few birds and then was successful. So he later on went for money to expand the farm operation and this poultry I'm talking about. And what happened was very tragic. So I think last year December, not 2021, 2020. So last year December, there was shortage of feed. So there was no feed to buy for your birds. And you know what this means? It means the birds are not getting any bigger, they are not laying eggs, you are losing money. And yeah, me being the eldest son, I had to go and queue for 3 days. And I think something in me changed from that time. I have a background in IT. So I think during one of those times, it was the Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I remember that particular Saturday, the day I got the food, I had a meeting with my teammates. We were basically just creating apps for fun. So after that day, then what happened to was the cost of feed has increased by 25%. So it means all the money he had gone for, he had to go for more he had to go and get more loans um, to be able to cover the cost of production of that particular bird. And it really made things some way. Let me put it that way. Yeah. So from poultry, we realized what caused the shortage of feed was maize. Because I mean, maize is the main component of poultry feed, and that's what led to the death of all breeds. So now we are working with 5,000 smallholder maize farmers. We are working with Gaia to ensure the smallholder farmers. So now on what we expect from InnoLab or this accelerator program. I think first and foremost, in the long term, we would want to transition from being just a tech provider or a data, a broker into an insurance provider. So we want to be able to provide our own insurance because we think we can do it better and we understand farmers more with the data we have, and we can move at a larger, at a faster pace. And also, I know for most of the other founders here, I mean, most people have deep insights with what goes on in the insurance space. And since we are fairly new here, I also want to network with any founder or team lead here who has background experience in insurance And yeah, the third thing would be advice and technical coaching as to how to transition from being a broker to an insurance provider. Yeah. All right, so I'm done.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And in particular, thank you for sharing your personal connection to this work, right? We're all driven by a variety of reasons that we show up and build initiatives. And I think the connection to the impact it has on family and those around us is a huge reason for doing this kind of work. So we're really excited to be joined by that level of passion and engagement, and to also hear about the work your teammates doing out in the field. We're really excited to learn from that kind of customer engagement. So really excited to have you here.
Thank you.
Thanks. With that, I'm excited to invite the team from Paragree Insights Limited. It looks like, oh, Mark, I see you. Mark, are you able to unmute and join us?
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, right. Emma, thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak on this cohort. In fact, from Paragree Insight, we are very happy to be part of this InnoLab Accelerator session. Just a quick correction on the name. The name is Paragree.
Oh, thank you for the update. I will fix that. Thank you.
Yeah, Paragree Insights. Yes, just a quick intro about me. My name is Mark Labi. I'm currently the managing partner of the business. I have come from different sectors of tech development. First from legal, from the legal space, legal IT, through to healthcare, and now to insurance. That notwithstanding, I've been in insurance for a little more than any of the other spaces I've worked. Basically, I have an actuarial background, and 90% of my team members are made up of people with actuarial background, because whatever we seek to do, we want to translate our backgrounds, or if you want an implication of the core insurance thing in there. So for us, it's not just about developing technology to solve insurance problems at the customer end, but then it's also about solving the problem of the insurer. So whatever solution we provide actually looks at both ends, and that means that we are looking more at an industry kind of solution than that's a vertical kind of solution than a horizontal one. So the problems we seek to solve, basically, we have a number of products in the market with some insurers already, but what we actually seek to solve now is the issue of claims and complaints, insurance fraud, and then an insurance rating system. So the problem of claims is that it's currently very difficult, or if you want, stressful, to go through the claim process for some insurers, actually. And so for us, we feel that it's a pain point, and clients would want an alternative where they can easily be able to go through their claim process without so much struggle. Similarly, there's a complaints bureau by the Ghana Insurance Association, yet I can tell you 90% of Ghanaians do not know about the claims bureau. So one of the things we seek to sort of solve is to help the client understand that there are avenues where they can seek redress when their claims are repudiated or they have complicated claims. Right. Then the other thing is to also look at insurance fraud, which is causing huge losses in the market. For us, this is a big deal, not just in our market, but in the entire insurance space across Africa. It's one thing we seek to provide some level of support in that direction, and also for our non-life sector, especially to be able to do what we call actuarially consistent rating or pricing of their products. We seek to help in that direction based on our solution. Okay, so that is the problem these are the problems we are trying to solve. The solution we provide is actually a one-stop shop claim management system, which comes with an app and then an insurer side of it as well. What we seek to learn from this program. So from this program, what we are looking at is looking at a strategic partnership, especially with partners on this InnoLab platform, especially with regulators, because our solution is more of regulatory. We want it solves a bit of that issue, especially when it comes to the insurance rating system and then the fraud detection system. Yeah, so the other thing we are also looking is to be able to have the financial drive to support this agenda, because one of our objectives is that, like many of my colleagues on the accelerator program have said, there's very low insurance penetration rates in Africa, but we believe the solution to that is to give value to the client. If you haven't given value to the client will never trust an insurance policy. And how do you give value to the client? The client must be able to claim without stress and know that insurance is really true and not a fraud. So we believe that if you are able to achieve this, then obviously people will tend to buy more insurance because they have had value from it. But if you don't have value from it, you have trouble going through your claim process. In fact, some people don't claim at all because of the stress and how cumbersome some claim processes do take. Yeah, so that's what we seek to. Apart from financial support, we also want to understand in terms of the current insurance regulation on the Act on insurtechs, how we fit in as an insurtech in the whole scheme of things, whether there has to be some licensing and all that. We want to understand that as part of the project. Beyond that, we want to be able to network with people, with people on the cohort. We also seek to have some sort of mentorship from those we will be engaging. So that's a brief about Perigi Insights, PI for short. Yeah, so that's about us. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mark. I'm excited to have a chance to work with you to, I think NIC's engagement in this work will be a great opportunity for you to engage with the regulator on the work that you're doing, as well as to create a community of like-minded individuals who are trying to solve the issue of how we get insurance accessible, usable across Ghana and beyond. So really excited to have you here.
Thank you.
Yeah. And last but absolutely not least, we'd love to have the team from Rehema Consult share with us. Joseph, excited to have you joining us.
Hi, I'm excited to be here and meet all other participants, and it's exciting to be here. Hi, my name is Joseph Nana Harrison Esifo. I am the founder and project lead for RIMA Consult and Full Cycle Consult. So RIMA Consult is the our UK arm consultancy in cybersecurity and insurance for some insurance companies and also the UK and Wales government. Full Cycle is a technology insurance tech company dedicated to delivering cutting-edge insurance products for the African market to help the insurance ecosystems to streamline their business with a more connected approach. Now, as some of you may be aware, and it's no surprise that I'm the last but not the least, a lot has been said about low insurance penetration. What we find, happening in Ghana and also on the African continent, a lot may find that in the last 10 years, Europe was in the same situation where there was very low insurance penetration, a lot of paperwork, high cost of doing business, fraud and undercutting. And then looking back, it hasn't been long, but they've gotten it right. And I have been, part of the move to help insurance companies within, the EU build systems to eliminate this. Now, again, insurance has a low penetration because of trust. I mean, insurance is done on the basis of trust. But as it's been said, there is very little or no trust in that sector. And you have a lot of insurance companies fighting for a small piece of the pie. I mean, the penetration at the moment is about less than 2%. So, which then gets insurance companies to do a lot of undercutting, which is a massive issue for the policy regulator. There's a lot of fraud, both ends, with the ecosystem, that is the insurers, underwriters, brokers, agents, and also members of the public. And then there's also the issue of lack of effective underwriting and pricing. Again, that works twofold because we haven't got the structures and the platform for insurance companies to effectively underwrite and price, which, gives free for all to undercut. So what we're seeking to do, or what we have done at the moment, supporting 2 insurance companies in Nigeria, is we've built a multi-purpose B2B, B2C, B2D insurance rating and a SaaS distribution platform for effective underwriting and pricing, price aggregation, and streamlining of the claims management within the insurance ecosystem. This, we believe, would help insurance companies reduce their overhead cost. As it's a multi-purpose SaaS insurance rating platform. We're looking to drastically reduce the overhead costs of insurance companies in putting infrastructure together and to help improve their product designs, pricing, underwriting, claims management, their distribution, policy administration, and which we believe by this would help improve the insurance penetration. This would also help members of the public and businesses with the ease of buying insurance and managing insurance policies. I mean, you have people it's very difficult, people trying to get insurance. You might think it's very easy, but then people have to, trek across various insurance companies, sit waiting for them to be put on cover, which shouldn't be that difficult. By a click of a button, surely, you should be able to be put on cover on whatever you would want to insure. So that is what we seek to solve. We also seek to eliminate the issue of fraud. Now, what we believe we don't have is the interconnectivity of insurance companies to match data, to rate properly, and also to integrate with other agencies. So, for example, the DVLAs, the other financial institutions, and also law enforcement. So what we seek to do is to also help interconnect the insurance companies and these third-party agencies to effectively have a broad overview of persons who will seek insurance, which will effectively help them again effectively price. By this, it reduces cost as well, and in doing underwriting and eliminating cost, and also help law enforcement and also the regulator in their administration, supervision, and their monitoring of insurance companies. Now, we decided to come on board or apply to come on this program because we are at a point where we need, we believe that there's a lot to learn, and we're looking to be mentored, as an insurtech, and also to be coached on ways to grow our business, to move now to go into market, and then also to network and leverage, build networks, and hopefully build relationships and partners with other cohorts and participants on this program, and hopefully also have the opportunity to interact with providers and also access funding. So that is us. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Josephina, thank you so much for sharing. And really excited to have you as part of this cohort. I hope for both partners and members of this cohort that you feel inspired, as I do, about the amazing initiatives that are part of this program, but also that you're beginning to see the possibility for synergy, connection, who you want to learn from or work with. And as partners, we hope that you see the different ways that what you bring will provide tremendous support to each of the different companies in this program. We're so excited, as I said, to have you all here and to begin walking this journey together. As I mentioned before, we are very lucky to have the team from FSD Africa leading this initiative and working closely with the regulator to bring this to life. I'm very excited to have the opportunity to introduce all of you to a gentleman whose name you will not forget and who you will likely, as Joel have a great relationship with. Elias Amandi has spearheaded, I've worked with him in this for over a year plus, has an overwhelming depth of knowledge in the insurance and regulatory space, and now leads this work at FSD Africa. So I know we are excited to hear from that team and learn a little bit more about the way that FSD will be supporting this work. As we, looks like Elias might be joining us in just a moment. So while we wait for him to jump in, I will take a little bit of time just to walk us through the program, and then hopefully FSD can close out. So as I shared before, my name is Emma Mwita. I'm based in Nairobi. Excited to have the chance to now begin this work in West Africa. I have supported and leading the last two programs that have been run in Kenya, and I'm very excited to continue this work in Ghana and in Nigeria as well. For the program, my work is to support in ensuring that the type of content and material that you all have access to supports in your ability to strengthen your companies, to address the types of pain points that you're experiencing, and to ensure that throughout this program you have the kinds of outputs that you are that you've indicated you're excited about. And so, we're really excited to work with all of you to lead this work and to ensure that we consistently provide you access to the types of content that will help you and your business grow. Throughout this program, you'll be learning in learning cycles. So over the 10 weeks that we're together, you'll have an opportunity to focus on 5 core areas. We've identified these as the most consistent areas that companies need support in. And our work is to provide the right speakers, the right guidance, the right office hours to support your ability to engage in this content. We focus first with deeply understanding your value proposition, and through that work, defining your business model. We work in Lean Canvas, and we use this as a tool to help you synthesize and ensure that you can clearly articulate the product that you have and the different variables that impact your product. We then, as many people have talked about, shift to customers. Our focus here is to ensure that you deeply understand who you are serving. You have the right information to serve those customers. And if you have gaps, you have the ability to get the information required to actually reach the customer that you're trying to serve. In our last program, we actually had a great moment where a company identified that their sales and marketing strategy was to the wrong end client, and they were able to shift that strategy in order to get the right payer at the end and get them engaged in the process, which has shifted some of their sales and marketing strategy. In our third cycle, we focus on product. So for those of you on the call that are tech focused, the idea here is to ensure that you have the right product strategy to get to your customers. We then focus on growth. As many of you have talked about, you're looking for a strategy that thinks about increasing impact, getting the right kind of funding. And so we share a variety of business models that actually can help you get to scale. For those of you who know microinsurance, we'll be joined by Richard Leftley, who has many years of experience in this space and can share his learnings from working and being able to think about what business models have the most success. And we'll also have an opportunity to think through how your business model in your structure works, and if there's any tweaks or modifications that you need to make, and how you think about getting the right investors for your product. Finally, we conclude the program by looking at what it takes to run a healthy company. Having run startups before, so often you're focused on your product and not your team, but your team is the heart and soul of the work that you do. So it's essential that you're able to think about what it takes to have a healthy company. I'll have an opportunity to walk everyone in more detail through this program. But just to give you a bit of a sneak peek, we'll be kicking off our first cycle this week. Hopefully you're all on the calendar invites to have an opportunity to engage with Tang Loek tomorrow evening. Tang is an InsurTech founder who brings a wealth of knowledge, acts as a mentor, and is just unbelievable in this space. And he's going to talk you through his journey running and founding a variety of InsurTech accelerators, his key learnings. And so please come ready to ask him any question you have. Failures, learnings, what it takes to run a great team. He's there to answer those questions. You'll then get to spend Thursday with me. Hopefully you're all either updating your Lean Canvas or creating a new one. This is the opportunity to share your model with members of this cohort, get feedback, and begin to ensure that you can clearly synthesize and articulate your solution. The following week, we're going to have an opportunity to engage with NIC Ghana, who will talk about regulatory requirements, and our team from Mobile Web Ghana is working with NIC and FSD to coordinate a meetup for those of you who are on the ground in Accra to come together, to learn together. So really excited to have the opportunity to lead that. For those of us who are not on the ground, we'll find a way to keep you engaged like myself. And then just to give a bit of a lens and to add to the information shared from BFA Global, as I mentioned, starting the week of the 28th of February, we'll transition to our focus on customers. I've heard many of the companies in this cohort share your digital marketing strategy, how you're thinking about getting the information you need to access your customers. So we're really lucky to have the team from BFA Global providing two key elements of support. They'll be leading whole group sessions where we'll learn together and from one another, but they're also going to be providing tailored one-on-one support to each company to ensure that you have a strong sales and marketing strategy, using their sales handbook to ensure that you've thought through all of the different elements that will enable you to reach your intended customer. So we're really excited to be kicking off that learning with BFA Global. In addition to that, we will be joined by Prudential Assurance to talk about how they've approached the digitization of their company with a focus on supporting their customer. We'll also look at the work being done to increase insurance penetration from two lenses. We're going to look at the research side with Busara Behavioral Center for Economics, and they'll focus on the work they've done with Pula in West Africa with farmers. GIZ will be joining, and we'll also have insights from Bima Ghana, who will help us to think about the way that they get directly to the customer, whether it's through education or other tools that help them to increase penetration, particularly in underserved markets. So that brings us all the way to March, which is quite exciting. And then for the rest of the program, we'll transition into looking into product, which means that you'll think about your product roadmap. And then we'll work to support you in developing your documentations for growth strategy, which I think, and of course, I'll share all of this with you again. But for product, we'll look particularly from the speaker side, we'll look at the role of technology in reshaping insurance. We'll spend time with the Data Commission, Protection Commission in Ghana to better understand data policies. And then we'll focus on our side on your product development. So for the CTOs out there or for your tech team, we invite them to join as well. So that they can get the most out of these sessions. We'll then transition to growth strategy, learn from hopefully Thomas Njeru at Pula, who can talk about his growth strategy. We'll be joined by the FSD Africa team to think about innovating at scale. As I mentioned, Richard Leffley will join us, who runs MicroInsure and is a great supporter of the work that we've been doing. We'll begin to engage in conversations related to funding strategies and thinking about what's best for the type of solution that you're providing. And then at the end, we'll transition to a focus on how do you develop and grow a healthy company. So for those of you who were interviewed by Tonya, she'll rejoin us and put her HR hat on. And think about what it takes to run a successful startup. We'll be joined by Old Mutual, who will help us think through partnerships. And then you'll spend a lot of time with me getting ready for Demo Day, which will be held in our final week and is an opportunity for you to showcase the work that you've been doing. And and we'll bring in someone to talk about the best ways to communicate and engage with investors. So there's a lot that we'll be learning together. We'll have an opportunity just to give you sort of a quick highlight this week. Join us again tomorrow. Invite your team, invite your friends, invite anyone you know in InsurTech to listen to Tang speak. We love to have the entire community join us for these speaker sessions. So please feel free to share this widely with your networks. But Tang Loek will join us tomorrow. And then on Thursday, you will all be with me, and we'll have a chance to dig in to the lean canvas that you've been working on, and have an opportunity to share your business models with one another. So, as I've said, I'm really excited for this journey together to begin. Hopefully you've received our emails and have shared materials with us, but we will be coming together again tomorrow. And I will remain on for the next few minutes if there's any questions. But again, very excited to be here with all of you.
Emma.
Mm-hmm.
So Elias is just joining. He had some technical issues. So if you can just give him a minute, he'll be on the call and he can say his piece and maybe wrap up as well at that point. So if you can just bear with us for one more minute, he should be here any second.
Perfect.
Okay.
There we go. And he's going to get my dance. Elias gets to dance every time he joins. You'll see. You know, poor man has to deal with me. Elias, we're so thrilled to have you here with us and to share a bit about the work that you're doing with FSD and the ways in which you are engaging and supporting in this work. As I shared with all of you before, Elias has been a regulator, deeply understands the insurance space, and brings a wealth of knowledge and consistently shares that with the members of every cohort. And so we're so thrilled that he'll be with all of you in Ghana as well. So Elias, over to you.
Right. Yes. Thank you very much, Emma. And I just saw that I'm being called a partner, which is great. And yes, we are going to work together just to ensure that the team that is joining us for this particular program really does the best. Mine is just to first and foremost congratulate each and every team that has been selected to join this particular InnoLab cohort. And I believe that we are basically tackling the same challenge, and the challenge is one. We want to ensure that we increase resilience, we reduce the protection gap. At the same time, we create products that will be for the future. So mine is just to really say that it's a great opportunity for all of us to work together in a way that we are going to transform the Ghanaian market. I know we've had a number of discussions, particularly around how then do we create the change that is necessary for Ghana. And one of the key things that I always say is that for us to get far, we have to work together, because that is the essence of really bringing us in this particular time that we'll be having working together. So just to maybe give a brief about FSD Africa. FSD Africa is a development agency that looks into reducing poverty in Africa. So we work with financial markets to look at ways in which we can solve the challenges that do affect the African continent. We work with regulators, policymakers, governments, and so far we've worked in over 36 countries in Africa, developed close to 126 policies that look at creating an enabling environment. And we believe that by harnessing innovation and basically bringing the innovators across the table, we'll be able to help us solve the intractable challenges. One of the key things is that insurance penetration is quite low in Africa. Currently, we talk about insurance penetration being close to around 3% across the continent, and ideally, out of the average that we need to have of around 6%, then we need to do much more to get us where we should be as an African continent. And if you look at even the insurance penetration in Ghana, is still below the 3% that we are talking about as an average across Africa. So we believe that by working together with the insurtechs, with the innovators, then we have a chance to solve those particular challenges. We are looking at solving challenges around accessibility. We are looking at solving challenges around perception around insurance, because one of the key things that people say is that insurance is not that attractive. Claims pay longer to pay to be paid by the insurance companies. Then how do we change this particular experience and make insurance more customer centric? So one of the key things is that, by bringing innovators, harnessing this innovation, then we have an opportunity to create that particular change. FSD has put a lot of resources into this. In fact, FSD Africa is sponsoring this particular program. We put a number of resources just to get the implementing partners, bring in actors, and also as professionals. We are going to work with you and really help to solve some of the challenges that you are facing. So ours is to support you, work with you, and make sure that we solve these particular challenges. One of the key things that maybe I would mention is that we will also be providing grants as FSD Africa to those particular companies that really will help us solve the challenges that we believe can transform Africa. And this is not the first time that we are doing this. We've done this in Kenya, and we'll continue working with other African countries. We just initiated another program in Ghana, in Nigeria, and that is another way that we want to create change also in your neighboring country in Nigeria. I'll be meeting all of you, I think, next week. For those guys that are in Ghana, I've already talked to NIC as our partner in this particular lab. I will be in Ghana from next week, and I'm looking forward to have a sitting and basically have a chat with you and maybe have a cup of coffee just to see you guys and kind of put other elements into traction. So it will be great, and I'm happy that finally we are in Ghana, in Accra, the land that can really change the face of insurance in this particular continent. Mine is just to say we welcome you to this cohort. We'll be having quite exciting speakers along the way, and that will greatly enable us get the right skill set, the right mentorship, but also the right advisory to take us going. And also just to thank our other partners, GIZ, for agreeing to work with us together with NIC as a main implementing partners. But also we've had discussions with other partners such as All Mutual that will be joining us and along the way. And we believe that for us to create that change, we have to work together. So we welcome you, we congratulate you, and know that we are ready to work together to make the right change in this particular continent. Mine is to say thank you and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you very much, and back to you, Emma.
Thank you so much, Elias. It was wonderful to hear from you, and so excited to be walking this journey with you. As I shared before, we can't wait to welcome the cohort again tomorrow to join us with our first speaker session. As I mentioned before, please share this broadly with your networks. We are very excited to continue to build and strengthen the community of learners who want to engage and talk about InsurTech in Ghana. So again, so excited. I think I've said excited 3,000 times. but I'm thrilled, that's a much better word, to have all of you joining. I can't wait to learn more about all of you, and again, to see you all tomorrow evening as we begin to learn from one another and from Tang, and to continue this journey through to Demo Day and beyond. And with that, everyone have a wonderful rest of your afternoon, evening, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Thank you, Emma.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Emma.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank
See you soon, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Cheers.
Bye.